What's up? We back live. Back at it. Keeping it real, keeping it real. What's up? Know you guys been watching clips and highlights of the knockdowns and the knockouts from last night, and you guys are enthused as you saw Terrence Crawford was whooping on Khan and all that stuff. But let's get to the gist of why people really want to talk right now. And that's about the Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight. Fight that people want to see but can't see. Yo, you got Errol beating Terrence? I got you losing. If you think that boy could beat Terrence Crawford, you crazy. You crazy. That's crazy. It's not gonna happen, bro. Somebody will have to lose for it first, unfortunately, for that fight to even take place. If we see it at all. See, the dilemma we're in is like this. The general public don't care about who the hell is promoting the fight, what arena the fight's gonna be in, whose name is first on the marquee. I'm not calling him a ducker. I'm saying he can no longer use Al Haymon now as an excuse. That's out. I don't want to hear Bob don't want to make the fight. They haven't called us for the fight. They've been calling y'all out in the ring like we want that fight. We want you. And this ain't like this is a nobody fight. Terrence Crawford is bigger than Keith Thurman. He bigger than Sean Porter or any of them guys. But if you fight them next, okay. But if you fight Sergey Lipnicks, then yeah, I got a problem with that. I mean, you just had your little tune-up. You just had your money fight. Now, if you don't get Pacquiao next, and you ain't fighting Keith Thurman next, and you ain't fighting that Porter dude next. I mean, at least Porter got a belt, but we all know he ain't the real champ. But hell, you can beat up on Porter, bet. But other than that, we want Terrence Crawford. Do you feel it's strange to me that Al Haymon is just a promoter? He don't make the fights? That everybody else has their own managers and they make the fights and they say who they want to fight? That's how I was been told to me through the Al Haymon structure. Al ain't really telling them who they fighting. They teams going to set it up, who's fighting who. Al's just an advisor. That's why we going by in title. So I say that to say this. They like, so Bob Arum never told a lie. Bob lied before? Hell yeah, Bob has lied before. That ain't got nothing to do with this. Y'all turning this into a Bob Arum, Al Haymon war, which it don't need to be. This ain't about them. This is about Errol and Terrence. These two guys want to fight each other. Why are you prohibiting that? If one promoter said, hey, let's do it. Negotiate, let's negotiate. He's saying Al Haymon's not even calling him. He won't let his PBC fighters fight top-ranked fighters. When top-ranked fighters is saying, hey, let's fight. Let's see who the best fighter is. Now, if the PBC, which claim they never put out the beat of, we're not just on that goal of just PBC fighters fighting PBC fighters. We got on top rank for fighting only top ranked fighters before. We got on Golden Boy when they was only fighting Golden Boy fighters. We was like, hey, we want to see the real fighters. You can't be one way for one side and then be prejudiced against the other side. And that's what y'all doing. Y'all like, hey, it's okay. We PBC. We gonna keep it PBC. Screw y'all. I want to see Lomachenko fight Mikey Garcia. Let's get it on. They want to fight. These guys are calling y'all out. They can do partnerships and cross-brand. They did it with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. Floyd was signed with Showtime, and Manny was signed with HBO. They make it work. When the money's right, they make it work. But when nobody talking about coming to the table, Errol saw the fight. Errol saw the fight yesterday. What did Errol say about it on Twitter? He can't use Al as an excuse no more. Spence ain't spooked. Errol ain't spooked at all. Don't say that. But he can't hide behind Al no more. All that. Al Haymon make my fight stuff. Nah, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear none of that. You got to bring it. You got to be like, Al, make the fight. If you tell Al Haymon, this is the fight I want, Al Haymon will make that fight happen. That's what Al has become famous for. The guy who makes fights. That's what made him famous. Al Haymon will get you paid. You tell Al Haymon you want this fight, you think you could beat Terrence Crawford? Make the fight. It's that simple. If you so hung up on money, tell them what money you want. Or say, let's come to a negotiational point. Let's bring it on in. Let's negotiate. You and Terrence already made $1 million bet on who would win. Why would he be A-side over Terrence Crawford? In my book, that's a no-brainer. They paying Bud peanuts. Have you seen how much Bud got? Do you know Bud has the richest man in the world partnered with him? Do you think Bud Crawford is not getting money? Boy, you are out your bag. What I want to know, and what the world want to know, Sam, who is he fault that hasn't been top ranked is because you guys who are not top ranked won't fight him. So what else is he supposed to do? Sit around and starve? Terrence Crawford to fight anybody y'all say who the best. You think Keith Thurman gonna fight him? You think all these guys gonna fight Terrence Crawford? He called all of them out. Sean Porter's, Danny Garcia's, all of them. Bring them on. Danny the one said he'll fight him. Well, make the fight. Tell Al you want to make the fight. Simple as that. All them other fighters are in PBC, and they all ain't even fighting each other. Right now, they do top-ranked fighters versus PBC fighters. Top-ranked fighters will kick their ass. The way it's looking. So they shouldn't even want to do that. Every time they highlight a PBC guy, he getting his brains beat. We watch Keith Thurman get beat up by the tune-up guy. I'm like, dog, this supposed to be a showcase fight. We got Darrell, they showcasing him, and he getting his brains beat in. Keith Thurman getting his brains beat in. Sean Porter just got his brains beat in. I'm like, well, where are these so-called superstars at? These supposed to be the tune-up fights. So, because the tune-up didn't go the way we supposed to, we got to rip people off. And rip off people who worked hard to get all the way up to where they were at to win the title. Let's just screw them all the way out of their position. Now, Ugas got to start all over from scratch. A true rags to riches story. Guy come up and win and do everything right. To win the title, he got to get screwed because we want to make a big fight with Sean Porter. That ain't good for boxing when they got to boo him out, boo the winner out of the stadium. Adrian Broner. Man ain't won a fight in like, what, 3 years? Yeah, they return on pay-per-view. It's like, how is this happening? But these are the superstars. Okay. Yeah, he's finna fight Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao left, went to the PBC because he didn't want to fight Terrence Crawford. That was out of the question. Roach was like, you ain't fighting this guy. This guy just beat Victor Postal. Everybody used to pay Postal step-aside money. Well, Leo Santa Cruz just called out Tank. Okay. Tank look good one fight, bad another. Look good one fight, bad another. Can he keep it together? Can he put it all together and look good for the whole night? Because Tank, he hit like a truck. Errol, in his biggest fight and his biggest victory, was Kell Brook. He was hurt a couple times in the fight. He fought back. Even no matter what Kell Brook weight consideration and all that stuff was, hey, he was in there. He fought. True kudos to Errol. Errol is not scared to fight Terrence Crawford. He's just doing what his company wants him to do. And I'm saying you can no longer hide behind the company now. The people want the fight. So don't blame Terrence Crawford when he got to go fight another tune-up or some other fighter that y'all be like, man, why he fighting this guy? Because those other guys, the other 4 supposed to be superstar welterweights ain't trying to fight him. Spence was never hurt. Are you serious? What fights were you watching? Spence ain't never been hurt before in a fight. Are you serious? Now look, I know what they're doing at PPC. I know how they moving. I know how they operating. But don't ever tell me something as dumb as he was never hurt. He hurt him a couple of times in that fight. And this was after the knockdowns. He got hurt with a right hand. He got hurt with a left hook. He was hurt a lot of times in that fight. Probably like 2-3 times, but he bounced back. And that wasn't even one of Errol's best fights. Because he had a long layoff. Listen, I know the whole deal. They try to keep Errol in there with small guys so he can steamroll them. That fits his style. That fits Errol's style. If Errol has a big guy or a guy his size in the ring with him, it's harder for him to be able to do his thing when he got to worry about being hurt. They learned that early. They didn't want to mess Spence up by putting him in the ring with some of these big, heavy dudes who can end up knocking him out. You see, they thought he was one of those guys early. They had to rethink it. Oh, you mean like this? Boom. Boom. Hold me, baby. Hold me. Hold me. Hold me. Boom. Goddamn. Hold me. Hold me. Boom. That's your man's, right? What you think gonna happen when Terrence hit him? He was not hurt. That boy did the stanky leg. His whole leg was, hold me tender. Hold me, baby. Hold me. He got hurt in the Acampo fight. Look, I'm trying to tell you, I've seen the dude hurt before. He a tough kid, but he's not what everybody think. This is how Terrence know he can beat him. Lardy is a southpaw. Just like Terrence. I mean, just like Errol. Errol's not used to fighting southpaws. He's used to fighting conventional fighters. So when he fought another southpaw, he couldn't really get off the way he used to. And when he come wide, he couldn't see, which was the kryptonite to a southpaw fighter. They're not used to getting hit. Everybody think the straight right hand is the weapon. It's the looping right hook. They're not used to seeing the right hook come from that angle, from a southpaw, because they're used to fighting other conventional fighters. So when they fight another southpaw, they fall into a trance. Now, if Bud Crawford hit him with that shot, it's the same shot he caught Amir Khan with. But he caught him with the, from a conventional stance. Bud a switch. Bud a switch southpaw and confuse Errol. Have Errol standing right in front of him trying to think. And while the whole time he's thinking, Terrence is controlling the fight. He's not going to let Errol conduct where they fight at. And he thinks Terrence is too small and he's too big and too strong. All right. I'm telling y'all. I already know. Errol ain't beating Terrence Crawford. Terrence got way more in the tank. But Errol's not afraid to fight him. And Errol, since you watch everything, and I know you probably watching this, since you watch everything, your homeboy sitting there in Texas, they gonna bring it to you. Everybody in Spring, Texas, what's up? And y'all bring this over there to him. Take it to Errol. Make sure y'all show him that I said you ain't beating Terrence Crawford. Carcino has said it. I like Errol Spence. He's a good, solid fighter. But I know he's not at the level everybody think he is. He don't have a lot of tricks in the bag, as people think. He's got a lot of heart. But you don't need more than that to beat Terrence Crawford. Nah, not at all. You think this got something to do with the Kell Brook fight? He's like, he proves you wrong with Kell Brook. It's like, well, we knew what the situation was with Kell. Kell couldn't make the weight no more. So that's all that was a matter of. That's the only reason Errol won. Errol would have lost the fight. If Kell could have made 147 with no problems, but Kell Brook was trying to go to 154. He had just came up in weight to fight Triple G. He was coming back down to 147 to defend his title when he really didn't have to. He didn't have to fight Errol at all. He could have just vacated the title, but he would rather defend it like a true champion. So, but it's not Errol's fault that he had problems making weight. His team knew it. They were smart. They went right after the body right away. Smart decisions by Errol. And he won the fight. All props to him. You can't blame the fighter for that. But I don't want to hear him use Al Haymon as no shield no more. I don't want to hear that. When Al Haymon makes the decision, no, you the champ. You tell Al what you want. That's the thing. You tell Al the fight you want to make. Say, Al, I want this fight. When is Al Haymon not delivered on the fight that you asked? Say, hey, me and my team want that. He's just the advisor. Believe me, if you want the fight, Al will make the fight. Ask anybody sign what Al Haymon said, hey, if you want a certain fight and you tell Al you want it, will Al get you that fight? Everybody go, yeah, Al will get you that fight if you want it. So that becomes the question. Do you want it? He beat the champion at 147 in his first fight. The guy who just beat Manny Pacquiao, Joe Horn. Then he fought Jose Benavidez, who was undefeated. Beat him. That was his second fight. He just fought Amir Khan, former 147, who went up to 54, got knocked out by Canelo, came back down and was undefeated at 147. And when he came back, and he beat Amir Khan, pay-per-view. Now, that's only 3 fights at welterweight. 3. You want to name who Errol fought in his last 3 fights? He fought Mikey Garcia, came from 135, went all the way up to 147. Never had a fight at 47. Errol just fought him on pay-per-view. Before that, who the hell was that guy he fought in Texas? I don't even know. Where the hell they find him from? He fought like 30 seconds, and that guy was knocked out. Okay? So this isn't, please, you don't want to go skill level of competition. He fought a shot Lamont Peterson. Now I'm hearing he's finna fight Sergey Lipnitz. He's not finna fight Manny Pacquiao. He's not finna fight Sean Porter. He's not finna fight Keith Thurman. He's finna fight Sergey Lipnitz. Now, if that happens, I'm gonna really be pissed off. And you should really be pissed off. Because now they screwing with you. I'm tired of these dudes ain't fighting nobody. I'm not going for that no more. Yeah, y'all supposed to have all these fighters here. What they supposed to be fighting each other. Danny Garcia stood up and said, hey, I want Terrence Crawford. Give me all these guys with belts. Bet. He want the rematches against the people he lost or give him his belts. Or he want people with belts. And that's what I respect. So you can't do that talking and then next thing you know, Danny Garcia versus Sergey Lipnitz is next. I don't want to see that. You shouldn't want to see that. You know why you seeing fights like that? Because the champs don't want to step up. Y'all, the PBC boys got to decide they want to be champions instead of internet stars. Keith Thurman do a real good promo. Yeah, it's one time. You know, when I hit somebody, it's one time. Yeah, you ain't had a knockout. You knocked somebody out one time. And ever since then, you know, you ain't did nothing else since. It's one round. He got energy for one round after that. He finna run. Here come run time. Everybody done with Keith Thurman. Man is gonna marry a chick he done been met for 2 weeks. Then convert to the Indian. Now he think he an Indian. It's like, dude, you from Florida. You a nigga from Florida. Cut that out. Yeah, I'm in New Delhi. I'm in Japan with my new wife. Okay. Sitting around getting all fat. Then want to come into the gym and work it out and then get injured and taking off all this time. Okay, we got you. Like they say, they could show you better than they could tell you. And they gonna show them. What? He's Thanos when he's crippled? Errol's a good fighter. He's a solid fighter. But him beating Terrence Crawford is a whole different level of fighter. Errol is too flat-footed with his feet. He moves his feet sometimes, but not enough. He stay in the kill zone. He's too wide. No, none of these things is gonna help him. It's too many flaws that I could see capitalized by Terrence. Too many. But unfortunately, we ain't gonna get to see the fight. You know what? Why y'all here? Let's get to it, man. Instead of asking y'all to do that. And oh yeah, I'm on the Cash App too. Donate to the page. It's Carcino on the Cash App. Or you could click the link in the description box and donate and hit the Streamlab up. All right. Let's go. Errol Spence. That is the best thing I've ever seen. Protected boxing champions. I'm starting to believe that now. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what Errol put out. I am my next fight. You see that? I am my next fight. That's what you put up after watching the fight. I am my next fight. You should put the message out there saying you want the fight. That's what you should do. Matter of fact, I'm tweeting him right now. Let me tweet Errol Spence. Tired of this. There we go. Let's go. Tweet Al Haymon. Tell him I want the fight. I am not afraid. Because I know he ain't afraid. Errol is not afraid. Errol Spence is not afraid. Okay? It's his team. Now, he been talking about Terrence for a long time. Errol is strong. He's a very strong fighter. Just because you're strong don't mean you win. Well, it is what it is. Oh, I'm reaching, huh? All right, let's listen to Mr. Confident Cocky Man talk about Terrence. Right? He was acting like he wanted it, right? Y'all act like Terrence Crawford just bullying him now, right?
And I just want to say something. A lot of people like want to talk about when I say, oh, we on different sides of the streets and things like that. It's true. Like me and Terrence Crawford on different sides of the streets. He just signed with ESPN. I don't fight for ESPN. I fight for Showtime or Fox. You know what I'm saying? So he's on this side of the street. Al Haymon, you know what I'm saying? And then like Bomac said, oh, I guarantee EJ living paycheck to paycheck. I'm definitely not living paycheck to paycheck. I guarantee you, if we check our tax reports at the end of the year, I guarantee I make more than him. He got 3 coaches. We don't know who the head coach is. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a way better fighter than Terrence Crawford. Who has he fought? The only name fight he fight is York's Gamboa, the guy that he fought. I fought Lamar Peterson, Chris Algieri, Kell Brook. I mean, and how many fights he got? 30-some fights? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's a great fighter, things like that, but you can't put him to me. Like the guy he just fought for the undisputed welterweight, light welterweight champion of the world, Regis Prograis stopped him later than he did. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta add that all into conclusion to who you say the top welterweight. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff is smoke and mirrors. That's what Bob Errol do. Bob Errol do a lot of smoke and mirrors. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors with him, and that's how it is with Terrence Crawford. If you name one of y'all name the guy he fought. That was talk about. Name the top guy he fought that's better than Chris Algieri.
Felix Diaz, I can name about 12.
Felix Diaz. So you think I think Chris Algieri beat Felix Diaz.
No, Felix Diaz would beat Chris Algieri.
He beat the Russian kid. Adongo just got knocked out by Regis Prograis later than he did Terrence Crawford. So now he's somebody else. Victor Parker. Victor Parker, who he beat? Matisse. Matisse, when he showed, when he get hit back, he folded. When Pacquiao hit him back, he folded. Easy. On the spin at 140, with his smoke and mirrors. Jeff Horn. I thought Manny Pacquiao beat him. I thought Manny Pacquiao beat him again. Jeff Horn is... Who had Jeff Horn beat? Who? Who had Jeff Horn beat? Name somebody Jeff Horn beat. Who?
He beat Manny Pacquiao. That's all that matters.
Like I said, Bob Errol, he's a great promoter. Smoke and mirrors, like I said. All the time, smoke and mirrors. He was a beating.
All right. So now y'all see, Errol started this. You started talking off at the mouth. See, a lot of these people in here never heard that. They never heard you talk like that. So they never heard that you started this train that's going right now. You ran your mouth. So now they came out like, what's up with it? Terrence Crawford like, what's up with it? We heard you talking. We heard you talking. Now you got to be about that action. You talking. Where's the action? Now it's time for that action. Now it's time for that work. Time to go to work, brother. Time to go to work, brother. Who has Crawford beat? He just beat Amir Khan, Benavidez, Jeff Horn, his 3 fights at welterweight. He can't beat y'all if y'all won't get in the ring with him. Y'all running and hiding with the belts. You and Thief Thurman, who stole the belt and ran. Thief Thurman, who can't even talk. Sushi, better to the one time, that one time. I'll be like, dude, you gotta need to go work on your lisp. Sounding like doggone Daffy Duck or somebody out here. Can't even talk. Danny Garcia, he want to fight, but he can't get the fight. Sean Porter scared. Another guy scared getting whooped by people he can't fight. Anybody his size, he getting beat up on. He running with the belt. You got all these dudes scared to fight each other. Thief Thurman out here stealing decisions. Stealing decisions. Because I'm one time. And one time ain't scared nobody. No, one time ain't fighting nobody. I promise you, I'm going to get back all the belts. Keith Thurman going to get all the belts. So how you going to do? Steal them? Thief Thurman, baby. Then you got Errol out here running off at the mouth, talking about some who has he fought. Like, Errol been fighting killers. Dog, you ain't fought nobody either. You fought Kell Brook, you fought Lamar Peterson, and how dare you mention Chris Algieri? The guy was a doggone kickboxer. Martial artist, he's a nutritionist. You bragging about beating up a nutritionist who was hurt. He didn't beat Ruslan Provodnikov. He had a good fight against Ruslan, but he didn't win that damn fight. Provodnikov won that fight. He'd been a mandatory for Manny Pacquiao. They didn't want that fight for Manny Pacquiao. Hell no. They did not want Provodnikov fighting Manny Pacquiao. So they had Chris Algieri win so they could put Manny Pacquiao in there with damn Algieri. Pacquiao dropped him like 15 times. So you bragging about fighting Chris Algieri. How dare you? I wish I was there. Oh my God, I wish I was there that day. He wouldn't have got out of there with that. I'm like, dog, you beat Kell Brook. That's it. Who has he fought since Kell Brook? Can you tell me? Kell Brook fight was like what? 4 years ago? That's what it feels like, 4 years ago. They fought what, 2017, 16? What did he do, 2016? 23 months ago. Damn. That's 2 years, bro. And in 2 years, you ain't did spit. So in 2 years, he fought 2 fights. He fought some guy named Ocampo, who nobody of us even know. Then he fought Mikey Garcia, guy coming up from 2 weight classes down. Never had a fight at 147 pounds. A 135 guy. And of course, you bigger than him. And now we got to give you all credit in the world for beating on Mikey Garcia. Right, Postal beat Lucas Matisse and was the man at the division. He was the number one guy in the division. And what did Terrence do? Fought the number one guy in the division in a unification bout. Something that all them other guys were scared to do. He was the first guy to stop Lucas Matisse. Two black guys, we talking about fighting each other in the ring, and this guy said I'm dumping on the brothers. Then who am I big upping? So I want to see the fight get made. Tell Al, call Al, tell Al you want the fight. Now y'all saw me just tweet Errol Spence and tell him directly. Tell Al Haymon, tweet him right now saying, I want this fight next. You just heard it. You just saw his last tweets. My next fight is against me. I am my next fight. That's what he said. He is his next fight. Because he ain't fighting nobody but himself. Because it damn sure ain't going to be no opponent in the ring. I don't know where Al Haymon find these stiffs. Who, Thief Thurman? Oh, I was stuffing the thing that keep stuttering Thurman. I keep stealing the money, baby. I keep eating all the food. I stole the food. I ate that. Now I'm fat. Now I'm a Hindu. I got a red dot in my head. Married me a Hindu woman. Big dummy. Your career gonna be over. You're gonna be 300 pounds. It'll be Keith Thurman. One time. Gonna be sitting down there in Florida, divorced, sitting on somebody's porch in one of those little wooden chairs and some flip-flops. They gonna be like, man, that's Keith Thurman. Yeah, one time. He was once the heavyweight. He was once the champion of the world before he ate himself out of the division and out of boxing. Then his wife divorced him. Took what's left of his money and broke out. That's one thing about Keith, man. He's always in search of something. The last woman he dated, she was Afrocentric, so he was Afrocentric. He become whatever he dating. Now he Afrocentric. Then he leaves her, runs into an Indian woman. Ooh, this is beautiful culture. Let me put this red dot on my head. What does it mean? It look nice. Got on a red shirt. See, I got on a red shirt. Yeah, got on a red shirt. Red shirt. Got on my red shirt with my red dot on my head. Okay, what's your language? I'm going to learn your language, too, so I can know your language. I'm going to talk to your daddy. Oh, we want to get married? Okay. I'm going to get married in India. Big dummy. That's why you getting your brain scrambled in the damn ring. In the tune-up fight with a guy that everybody knock out. You can't knock out a guy that everybody knocks out. Gosh, all these dudes' losses was knockouts. The Riverside Rocky. He come there and hunt you down. They put him in there for you to look good. And you can't even look good in the tune-up fight. But that's what you had. You had Keith Sturman. See, Sturman. One time, baby. See, Sturman. Keith Thurman don't beat Bud. He lose almost every round and gets stopped late as he decides to run away from Bud Crawford in the late rounds. Keith don't have any gas because he's too fat. His whole camp is a weight loss camp. So that means after 5-6 rounds, that knockout power that he got is gone. Now it is reduced to 3 rounds. It used to be 5. Now it's run time, baby. Oh, I'm wearing my More Than a LeBron hoodie. Everybody want Pacquiao to give him that retirement fight. I'm tired of these dudes doing interviews. I want to see him in the ring with some real fighters that we could say, hey, he in the fight in a real fight. All the showcase fights, they getting their brains beat in. It's LeBron's fault. It's somebody's fault. My thing is this. Errol is big enough to ask his team, tell Dale James, whatever, if they feel froggy, leap. Like I said, his biggest fight and biggest victory is Kell Brook. And that's 2 years ago. In 2 years, he's had 2 fights. So in 2 years, you have 2 fights. You've done, what have you done? Mikey Garcia and Ocampo. And they talking about you the best welterweight? No, you're not. So for all you guys keep talking about some who is Terrence Crawford fault, who in the hell is Errol fault? Who? He beat Kell Brook, who was the IBF champion, and respectfully that because he won that belt from Sean Porter. Lamont Peterson was shot. If they fought at 54, I think Kell has a better chance of beating Errol at 54. Now let's listen to Errol Spence because he's been in the ring with Kell Brook. Let's listen to Errol tell y'all about Kell.
Yeah, constantly too, so it's kind of hard, man. Yeah, I know you out, man. That's crazy, man.
Go ahead and get that money. You came on Earl over there.
Yeah, man. Khan, he didn't fight Kell Brook.
Ooh, man, Crawford, Khan, everybody calling you out.
If it's there, if the fight's there, would you go to UK and fight Khan?
No, I wouldn't go to UK fight Khan. That's crazy.
Yeah, I got you.
I understand you can't fight Khan.
Once again, guys, who's you taking the fight? You got to
Every 54 I fight that.
1, 2, 3. One more. All right, one more. All right, let's go.
All right, guys, that's it.
All right.
What'd he say? Kell could punch. He said 54, he would take him and said Kell could punch.
One more. All right, one more. All right, let's
Kell
go.
can punch. All right, guys, that's
Kell
it.
could punch. Kell could punch. Right, because he got his bell wrong. See, I watched the fight. I saw what happened. Kell could punch. And he know. Why you think Amir Khan ain't take that fight with Kell Brook? Because he know Kell could punch. And Kell wants to beat you. You would have got $8 million for getting your butt whooped. And you knew that would have been the end of Amir Khan. And the same way you quit last night, Khan, is the same Khan move you would have pulled over there.
Can't fight Khan.
Once again, guys,
Who's you taking the fight?
You got to
Every 54 I fight that.
1, 2, 3. One more. All right, one more. All right, let's
Kell
go.
can punch.
All right, guys, that's it.
All right.
Errol Spence advises, let me tell you right now. You know what? If I'm Errol Spence advises, let me go do the breakdown for y'all before we get out of here. Don't forget to support your boy's page. Hit them likes. Get them likes up. And if you want to get you a hoodie, a t-shirt, More than a LeBron with the 3-6 on the back. You know we got the video to make you crack. All you gotta do is click the link in the description box or well, below the video. They got everything. From the old man Bron mugs, the whole 9. And the Teespring. Oh yeah. He has risen. All day, every day. All day, every day. Now, let's get to it. Right. I'm more than a LeBron. Yeah, I saw him running his lips about Terrence then. Like he said, lips will say anything. Ain't that right, Errol? Lips will say anything. Why don't you tell Al, run them lips to Al and say, Al, I want to fight Terrence. Make the fight happen. Make Bob Arum a liar. My thing is, show me. Show me, Bama. You might not be from Bama, but somebody got to show me. It's not a case of not liking Errol. I do like Errol Spence as a fighter. As a fighter, I like Errol Spence. He's a good fighter. He's a solid fighter. He's good. He's not scared of Terrence Crawford. There's not a thing about being scared. He needs to go tell his boss, I want that fight. Tell your handlers, I want that fight. That's what you need to be doing. You can't be saying you the man and you ain't beat nobody to determine that you're really the man. You can't beat Mikey Garcia and hold your chest out. Beat Mikey Garcia, I'm the man. No, it don't work like that, homie. It don't work like that at all. My thing is you need to get a bunch of somebodies on your list fast. Like he said, I'm the boogeyman. How he the boogeyman? His boogie must be dancing. He must be a good boogeyman dancing. Oh yeah, he could boogie. Cause the guy who everybody running from, Terrence Crawford, got these bums on the run. But I'm gonna be your advisor, Errol. I'm gonna do the smart play. If I'm Errol team, you know what? Let's stay away from Terrence Crawford. Let's just stay away from him. Let's duck Terrence Crawford. You know why? Because you can't beat him. Right, the boogeyman couldn't knock out a lightweight. Couldn't knock out, he ain't knock him down. You couldn't even knock down a lightweight, and you the killer. They both are very special fighters, but too bad we won't see that fight because Errol team is like, we want to keep this guy making money. We don't want him to lose to Terrence Crawford. And I can understand that. Hey, I understand that 100%. So line up your Sergey Lipnitz, line up your Sean Porters, people you know you can beat. Keep fighting them people and bums over there you know you can beat in the PBC and feeding them in the PBC farm. PBC farm, who y'all want for Errol? Give him Sergey Lipnitz. Another fighter at 140 coming up. Yep. Good meat. Boo, boo, boo. Okay, beat him. What are we going to do now? Make a super fight with him and Sean Porter. Sean Porter is super? Okay. Seems like food to me. Yep. Beat him to Errol. Errol can't be stopped. We know the game. Keep playing it. Keep playing it. Get your money. Who better fighters? Better fighters like who? You mean commercial fighters? Yeah. They can't even do nothing. I'm telling you, if you put top ranked fighters against PBC fighters right now, PBC fighters be getting their ass whooped right now. They be go to commercial. Time out. Time out. Teofimo Lopez will whoop half of them. He be, Bud, you take that half. I got this half. They got thief, stuttering, Sturman. I'm thief, stuttering, Sturman. One time, baby. One time. Oh. I think I hurt my hand again, so I'm going to go on a 2-year vacation with my new wife. We Buddhists now. He just got beat up by a guy that they threw him in there for a tune-up fight against a guy that get knocked out in all his fights. And that guy was chasing you and whooping you the whole fight. You running around the ring. They like, fight him. The only fighter that's getting respect over there is Danny Garcia. He the only one I know that'll fight any of them. He fought Keith, fought Sean, got screwed in the Porter fight, got screwed in this Thurman fight. And who did Errol just beat? A lightweight and a guy that I never heard of a day in my life in Texas. In front of the Texas Stadium, he goes there and fights. Who was that guy? Who has that guy ever beat? I don't know where they dug him up from. A compo. What did he accomplish? To fight Errol Spence. I'm like, this a compo guy is getting a shot at the belt? How? Those his last 2 fights. And you gonna compare that to Amir Khan and Benavidez? Those are Crawford's last 2 fights. He was mandatory. Yeah, mandatory for him to get a fight with Errol Spence. Mandatory tune-up for Errol. Now, who did he beat to be the mandatory? That guy like he even put on gloves for the first time ever. Wow. Got gloves. Look, I'm out of here, man. I'm out. I can do this all night. I ain't finna do this all night, though, because y'all gonna get me going.